Okay, today is 18th February. Let's see. We'll start with 1 day time frame. Little bit of recap and then we'll deep dive. Okay. So this was the recent bottom. I would not say the bottom. And amazing move. This was tricky. Let me tell you, this was tricky. I was not expecting this move and that this much, but we could figure it out. So that's something. um it tried here and then kind of stopped and then went up and confused me there. I mean, it's kind of it was a tricky one from a TA point of view, and then it went down. But anyway, so we were able to catch before it happened. Now, and then the support was accurate. We I think we had a chance to get in as well if we were out. Now I would like to highlight a potential downside move at this level. Now when I say downside move, not necessarily crash, but this is a tricky level. Another one which I think I'm going to pay attention, and that's why I posted on BTC analysis. So at least you are aware. So I won't give you advice, but I what I would say at this moment is, see, the R1 is, I mean, the recent high is very close, right? So I'm personally going to wait for it to break above. Meanwhile, it is possible that some alts or some other coin may move up a lot. But as far as BTC is concerned, I would like to see a clean breakout from here, because there are some patterns which indicate that the it may not go for a breakout from here right away. So this is one of the scenarios where it could correct, but it moves in a sideway manner, more in a ascending direction, like this, something like this. So this is like a mean line, where it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. You may say sideways, but angle could be at this. And so this could be a mean, or maybe I would draw with a different color like this. And so this is one scenario, very happy scenario. If it goes up from here, you never know, but right now I'm not taking that path. Okay, if it goes up straight and breaks above and goes for R2, nothing like it. I mean, that would be the uh, best case scenario. I would choose this scenario where it would go up, but not right away, move sideways, and then consolidate in this range and then goes up. Um, Somewhere at 23,000 range, I'd be careful. So let's say this doesn't go up right away. It goes down, up and down, and it could come down all the way 23,500, 700 kind of a level. As long as it's above S1, there is no major issue. But if it goes down, then it could retest this level, which seems strange. But from a bigger pattern that I'm tracking, larger pattern, I would say, this one, where this is possible. And if I talk about a worst case scenario, this is really an endpoint of this one. And in that case, it could really go deeper. But at this moment, since we are near R1, it doesn't make sense to talk about very deep level. But as far as pattern is concerned, so this pattern, the green one, is a local pattern, okay? Just to clarify. So what I said a couple of minutes ago is all about this let me highlight so visually it makes clear. Okay, so make it orange. Right, this is clear now. So you probably now you can visually see how it looks like. So this the green path is a local pattern, means this particular piece of consolidation. So consolidation happens at a different level, right? This is also consolidation. This zigzag line that you see, you can say whole entire thing is consolidation. Why not? Because this is your upper bound, this is your lower bound, and then whole entire block is consolidation, right? Why not? For an example, I'll give you the different example. So for an example, this is also consolidation, and this whole entire thing is also you can say moving up, but it's a consolidation from a big picture point of view. Like this consolidation is horizontal, this consolidation is uh, more in ascending manner, but it is consolidation. It's not a move. We call move only when there is a clean downside move or a clean upside move, then we call a proper upside or downside move. So I'm just explaining the type of consolidation. So little bit of TA for you guys. Okay. So it is understood. I'll take the real example from the recent past, so you would know that. Okay. Oh, I would like you to keep on mute. We are recording here. Okay, so I would go back here, okay, and take this segment. So little bit of digression from our main theme, explaining some TA stuff here. So you see, this is consolidation, descending consolidation. Okay, it's important that there is a range, downside range, and this is so upside. This is upside range, and this is downside range, and this is zigzag move, and then there is a breakdown point. Okay, so this is more of a descending consolidation. If you consider this one, this is more of a horizontal consolidation where, uh, except one spike, more or less the movement is more on a sideway. If you take the, I mean, how, if you have to take a mean, like this for visualization point of view. I hope I'm making sense. Okay, so from that point of view, line chart actually gives you more clarity. Briefly, I'll turn to line chart. You see, the spike is gone here. We are just considering when you move, when you turn on the line mode, then it shows the closing value by default. Okay, so there you could see how it was descending, and then this was more horizontal. The line mode is amazing, and this is more ascending. This is also consolidation. This is not upside move. I mean, price wise it's upside, but this is you can say ascending consolidation. I don't know if there is a formal term. I'm just using it. There might not be any formal term for this one, but in my definition, in my book, this is not upside move. This is more consolidation on upside. Like this is descending, this is sideways, pure. This is ascending. Okay, and even this one is descending. So this is ascending, this is descending. So when you see, I would say the whole entire thing is the, and if you take the big picture, like if you put everything together like this, then it is more like a horizontal consolidation. You see my point? You would not know when it will turn. I'll come back to the main topic. There is a reason why I'm explaining. This is ascending. If you break down further, because when you are here, you don't know that how it is going to turn. I mean, how it is going to shape up. When you are here, you're thinking, okay, now it's moving up and it's progressing, makes sense. But when you unfold this, you see that there is a counter trend going on with respect to this trend, and basically this negates what totally, right? So it has, by this time, it had erased everything. So now you can say this consolidating on a descending. So, and if you take further, then you say, oh, you know what, this is my high point, this is my low point. And if you take mean, then this is what you get, horizontal move, and then this gives you the breakdown point. I think so. This is bigger one, this is a smaller one, this is even a smaller one. Size could vary, but this is how it's structured. Okay, so this is very important. I hope you got some understanding. This TA stuff, a lot of things, there are many indicators, but many times I do visual stuff. I recognize some patterns, and when I say it is unlikely to go up, it is more visual clue that I'm getting. I cannot code for it, unfortunately. So whatever I could code, I coded in indicator, like empty indicator, but this stuff is beyond coding. Okay, now, of course, this is horizontal consolidation. And now this is coming back to, so this is ascending consolidation. But the moment, if it goes down from here, let's say, scenario point of view, if it goes down from here, right, means it breaks below S1, then it will turn into horizontal consolidation, and then we'll have to track it further and see how it pans out. Because you can you can see this is upside move, but it comes down, then you have upper level, lower level, not necessarily all the way to S2, it could be somewhere in middle, somewhere here. But the point is, in that case, then your boundary become, I mean, this orange box become your boundary. Okay, that becomes your boundary. And then not necessarily it will go down, but it could be somewhere here and then go up. I mean, you can draw one trend line here as well as a reference point, like this, and this could touch this trend line. If the lower point could be little lower, because this is closing price. So I'm going to keep this line for now for reference, but this is not about exact price. This is what happened. Please keep the mic on mute. Okay, so this is not about exact price level, but this is more visual clue. Okay, so this is your consolidation, a downside move, upside move, consolidation, and a downside move if it happens. Otherwise, the happy scenario is the green at the path, and extremely like the scenario that would amaze me is a breakout right from this level without going through this consolidation, which I'm not voting for it at this moment. I'm voting more for this green path. And if this is broken, as I said, mid 23K level is broken, or maybe S1 is broken, then we can say it would land on this yellow line somewhere in 22K range. You know that it doesn't crash overnight. I'm talking about BTC, and it doesn't make some risk level, or sorry, it doesn't go for a risk level right away or in a day or so. It takes time, and that's the beauty of Bitcoin, and that's why it is so important. If it gives you time to think about, it gives you time to plan the next step and so on. So it's very important why BTC is needed in portfolio, in my opinion. Okay. So I hope this makes sense. I explained the consolidation. So this is a pattern. This is a pattern, and this pattern could fail if this level is broken, 23, mid 23K level, or S1 on a more conservative side. Okay. And then we'll have to see. So in that case, it would land here, and that would be a checkpoint. Of course, this low is important. S2. So I'll go back to our candle view. Right. So the lows could be this. That's why S2. So essentially, if I simplify, this orange box is defining the boundary. Okay. If it breaks below S2, then it's in trouble, big trouble. Okay. If it breaks above R1, we see R2. See, it's so simple. But what do you, if you get into each and every move, every hour, every like intraday move, it's going to make you crazy. You'll go crazy. Um, and it's not easy to time intraday level. It's very, very hard, extremely hard. Even for me, uh, it's extremely hard to think hour by hour. Yeah. So, but I'm trying to simplifying, because everybody has different goals in mind. Everybody is tracking at different levels. So I explain the low level scenario is this. Then if you zoom out, then this box is your consolidation box. If you zoom out even further, I don't want to scare you, but that's a reality, that this is your upper bound, this is your upper bound, this is your lower bound, and whole entire thing is your consolidation. Okay, why not? I'll use pink color. Okay, why should we use only, we should use some feminine color. Okay, let's keep pinkish. Right, so it makes sense to think this way. So this is very interesting, and the pattern point of view, there's a crazy pattern, and one yeah, in this case, this is your, this is our ultimate line. I would draw as a red one. Okay, approximate. Okay, around. But this is like so this pink box, it's not perfect. Oh, my color is little different. Maybe I should darker. Good enough. So from a high level point of view, anything if it dance around in this level, you don't have to worry. From a trend point of view, now I'm talking about a trend point of view. So far I talked about low level stuff, um the patterns at this level, at this level. Now I'm zooming out and talking a consolidation which is happening, okay, at this level. Remember, so now you have concept of consolidation, because consolidation is subjective. It's like when you go up, you could see your street or house. If you go up, you go and see your city. If you go even higher, then you see your state, and so on, and then up, and then whole entire earth, and so on. So the elevation level tells you what pattern you're seeing, right? This is your street level, this is your city level, this is your state level, and so on. So when one talks about consolidation, it's so subjective. It all about what is your elevation level, okay, and what level you're operating. So then this is your, the right now I would say this highest level is this, where this is your lowest point, then this is your highest point. Why not? Okay. So the best case scenario is this zone. Um, If it comes down to this, then it's a red alert. If it goes below, then it's doom. Means the probability of new low goes up significantly high, and we have lower level. I may refine this, so don't think this is the ultimate level. But if this pattern has to break, it has to break here. Okay, so in that case, uh, this would come down all the way here, and it could still survive, and that would be the craziest move you might see, and that would really make everyone make worried about, because this was amazing move. And if it has to go down from here all the way here, which is on the table, probability is low from a timing point of view at this moment, but from a design point of view, this is a scenario I would like to highlight upfront. Okay, so it's at least it's in your memory, and it's a weird pattern, and I would like to draw that pattern for your benefit. It's not easy one. But right now, this is more for illustration point of view. This is the pattern, a giant pattern. Nobody's seeing this pattern. At least I haven't seen on social media. I haven't seen anyone depicting this. If anyone has done it this way, let me know. I would be very curious to see his work, because then there's someone is thinking in my line. So long way to go. I'm not claiming this, but education point of view, you need to know this. Yeah. So I'm going to remove this one because this is not happening, but this is at least recorded. So for your reference, if it goes down, we'll, so right now, this is a local green level and then orange level. And then only this arch that I drawn comes in play. Okay, long way to go, but you must know the big picture. Okay, so you're not surprised, because it's so usually people get euphoric when they see amazing move of back to back, upside move, but natural, it's human behavior. But I always try to pull out air, so nullify, not negate. I'm not trying to make you worry, but neutral, always neutralize. I try to neutralize everyone. Right? If it is dropping, then I would neutralize other way around, because people are panicked. Then I try to neutralize. Try to be neutral. No emotions whatsoever. Okay. So you have the big picture. I'm going to keep this pink box. Okay. Now chart is not so cluttered at this moment. We don't need this, so we'll just keep this one. And next week we'll see the progress. After going through all this, I don't think anything is left out. Alts are puppets. Okay. When BTC goes sideways, they go up. When BTC move up, they go up. When BTC goes down, they go down. This is a formula. Okay, general formula. So, and they move up or down. I mean, these are the three basic scenario. I mean, usually this is the behavior. BTC moves sideways, they could go up. If BTC goes up, they move up. BTC goes down, they go down. Okay, and of course they would not go up in a same day, same hours. You know that some coin pumps up high, and some coin move sideways. So there are some deviation, but what I said, this is like a general rule, or observation, not a rule, but observation. You may say behavior, general behavior. Makes sense. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll open Bitstamp on a weekly. We go higher. We go higher. We have box. See, this a pink box is nothing but this yellow box here. It has touched this. So On a weekly, you will get better clarity. You see this box? This is another box. If it breaks above, then it's time to celebrate. Of course, why not? But it's not done as I explained, right? So we got to be very watchful. Uh, we'll check other charts as well, because DXY especially we're going to see it's also near inflection point where it could move either side. I mean, we were so accurate in terms of recognizing that resistance. You know that on Friday we pinpoint the resistance and it retraced. So we're going to see that as well. So, but it's not done. It's not dead. It came down, and that and gave a boost to Bitcoin and crypto in general. But it's not dead. The XY dollar index is not dead yet, and we're going to go through it. Okay, but I think you at least you know now this is consolidation. This is also consolidation, and so bullish scenario point of view. So you see my arch. Why I stopped here? See, I stopped here for a reason. I didn't say this. I stopped here because I know this is boundary. Okay, so now uh, we can of course we can say this one with an arrow that it would go up like this. Of course, it must be green in color, but it has to be dotted. For now, I'm not so sure. This was solid because I was confident. Uh, Timing wise, it was faster. It's okay, fine. As I said, if it breaks above this, then it's nothing like it. It will amaze me, and I'll take it. I don't mind. But this is the happy scenario extension, which could go up. This is too much. Maybe 27, 28, 11, and then we'll see. Kind of that's where R2 is there, right? This much. And the bad one is where it goes down. Not a straight line, of course, but in a zigzag manner, and then make new low, a 9K, 10K kind of a level, where there would be another consolidation and decision. This is also dotted line, right? So I hope this is clear to you on a big picture point of view. So simple, right? So this trend line is broken, which is positive, but this trend lines based analysis is not so reliable. Trend line is definitely important, but there can be many trend line. For an example, I can draw the same trend line like this as well and say, see, it is still below this trend line, which is valid. Okay, so trend lines are your it can be referred. It's not so, I mean, you cannot take judgment based on it. So for now, if I keep this one, of course, from this point of view, this is broken. So trend line is broken on upside move, clean breakout. However, the trend line, angle of trend line could vary. So that's why it's tricky. Anyways, I would remove it and try to keep it very simple, because we have this boundary. I like horizontal boundary more than a boundary at an angle. That's why trend line is unreliable. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Very important junction. Very important junction. Right. We are here, and you might be thinking why I'm talking about a downside move, because this is where people become ignorant of what might happen. That's why, nothing else. Probability wise, this is not happening. The downside move is not happening probability wise, right? There is 90% of chance. The probability changes like from white to black, there is gray area, so the probability changes. So from the probability of breakdown increases as it goes down. That's how it works. So, but a scenario point of view, I wanted to highlight it. Okay. uh Monthly, we can have a quick look at monthly. There's only one thing, it is so important. First of all, the recent high is not um high where we can say it has reversed. Just to let you know, education point of view, this is still dead cat bounce range. Dead cat bounce means there is a good bounce, but the bounce is not high enough where we can say it has reversed. The trend, this trend is still down, and this is counter trend, means trend against this downtrend, which is which hasn't reversed yet. And I'll let you know when it reverses. It hasn't. So this is important point to know. Amazing bounce, no weakness at this moment, but this is still a dead cat bounce range. And this is where people, as I said, they become careless in a way. Careless, when I say careless, not in a negative way. What I mean is they think everything is fine now. Okay. No. um there is, we have to be watch out, we have to be watchful. Still it has to gain higher, then we can say okay, now it's out of risk. At this moment it's still within a range where it could go down. Okay. And in one of the calls I mentioned, this low never touched this high. The first time this low touched this high, not just this but even this. So that's why this low is so important, because it never broke this line in last 10 years. Okay. You don't have to worry, because we are educated here, right? I mean, you get timely update on any changes in pattern. So I don't think you will have any shock. So yeah, it is possible that your expectation might not met, because sometimes you have a bias. So it is possible the market might behave in a way that you didn't anticipate. So, but then you have to ask a question: are you a trader or analyst? Okay. uh, you will be more successful if you are more of a trader, not an analyst. If you try to be more of an analyst, that means you are uh, if you are in a way, um, I mean, then you have to decide that how good you are, honestly, and then decide. So uh, I would not say you must follow me, but the point is then you have to have your own track record as well. That's what I mean. So if you are trader, because sometimes there are two different roles, and you have to perform. If you're performing traders um, role, and being a if you are doing TA, nothing, no harm in doing TA, but if your TA is contradicting to my TA, then you have to decide which one to follow. That's what I mean. Okay. So in my opinion, I don't think there will be any surprise to anyone if whatever I said today is understood. And at a lower level, I'll be giving you key levels. But at this moment, I would like to highlight that everything is fine, right? But I see something which makes me, or letting me express about something which people are not talking about. Okay. And it's, if it goes down, then talking about something about bearish, everybody does it. We try to be a step ahead, and that's why it's important. I'm giving you a condition, and the condition is not so high. If it breaks above R2, but you have, seeing is believing, you have to see that happening. Don't assume it. Okay. And refer the key levels. Key levels are so important, and never assume things. Okay. Yes, you can think about scenarios. That's not assumption. That's about planning. Okay, but when I say assuming means this is what will happen is assumption. Nobody knows about it. So my um, style is very different. I could think about bearish, bullish, all the scenarios as I explained, but the key levels make me decide what I should do. Okay, I don't take any hard stand. If I'm shorting at this moment, I know that I have to flip it if it goes up and breaks up R1, some for an example, right? Something like that. So nothing is set in stone. Even sometimes key level need to be adjusted when required. So that we always do. Not every other day, but when it is necessary. And you have Bitcoin analysis channel, right? So you will get up to date. I mean, updated. Oh, we must go through DXY. Let's go quickly go through this one. So see this one. Um, oh, this why this layout is different. Where is my drawing? You know what? I posted from different layout. Wait a minute. Anyways, only thing I think I don't have that. I don't know where that funny. Maybe it's a different layout. But anyway, you have that on BTC chart, right? So somewhere here, 104.65 was the level, if I'm not mistaken. That was resistance, and it retraced from 104.66. So now it is coming down, which is good news, right? But it's not dead, as I said. It has to go really down for it to make new low. So like BTC, this is also bouncing, and it is somewhere here. So it has to go down further for us to, because there is a pattern here. This is consolidation. I'm not going to spend a lot of time in this one, but there is a pattern here where it could go down and then move up like this. And if it does this, then you will see the scenario which I mentioned about BTC. So if this continue to move in this direction and meets this level, even 105, 106, then it will bring down BTC for sure, based on the trend. Okay, based on the recent trend. So what we would like to see, so this had happened. Remember this, so I can delete this one. This had happened. Oops, not this level. So this, and now this is also happening. So we have to see if it comes down and then goes up, or um, breaks below this one like this and goes all the way. We'll have to see that. But at this moment, I would make this larger like this. It could play around in this area. There's another pattern which can push the DXY down, and then it could move up. So like this, and then goes up. So I would just keep it like this to simplify. Right. So we should be worried. When I say worried means BTC we would be under pressure if it breaks above R1 again and move towards this point of rejection. If it does that, then there is trouble for BTC. Okay. If it continues to move down like this, then of course it will be wonderful. But another clarification that not every move is inversely proportional. Sometimes we have seen that DXY was going up and BTC also went up, right? So don't think that because this is, otherwise you will be confused totally. Some people also compare with Nasdaq. On Friday, Nasdaq was red, it went down, but BTC went up. So be careful. These these charts like DXY or yields treasury yields, um, and Nasdaq. These are the three charts which are related, but the relationship is not necessarily synced up hour by hour basis or even 1 day level. So be careful about it. Okay. Some people think, oh, it is BTC is going up, that means it will go down, but it will surprise you. So you cannot trade like that. Okay. Ultimate guide is BTC chart. See, all these are reference point. I call reference charts. Okay. Reference data, so to speak. But you cannot press a sell button by looking at bounce on DXY and vice versa. That is not the right way to trade. We have key levels, and those key levels, I would say, are more meaningful than doing this kind of inverse relation and taking action based on it. So I hope that is clear. So DXY is not dead, but very a very positive move for BTC. This rejection is very positive, welcoming. We'll have a quick look at DX yields as well, 10-year. It bounced off the support. It followed this yellow arch, very positive, and it also dipped on Friday, which is positive. So if it goes up, then it is going to see. This is a grandfather, so to speak. These yields are grandfather, because if the yields tell you, it's very complicated subject. I cannot go in detail, and some of the things are very hard to explain, because I believe in simplicity. Otherwise, I'll get into TS stuff, and you might start looking into 10-year yields, because I know some of the traders so enthusiastic, because Mihir was looking at that chart, I must follow that chart as well. And that's why I trust sometimes I don't go into detail, because I cannot update you every hour. So yeah, that kind of copying is not, won't help. But briefly, I'm telling you that these yields put pressure on, are indicative, are following the Fed terminal rate, the funding rate. So those are like, everything is intertwined that way, related. Anyways, and it's very difficult. This is like, what should be the yield after 10 years? There are 2-year yield, that 1 year, 2 months, so many different periods of, so they are different in nature. I think this is enough on BTC and reference data. I'll have a quick look. Let's quick look at our weekly alts active list and see how they are doing. We are going to see the strength as usual. Atom, nice move, approaching orange level. AVAX is now has touched the orange this week, which is positive. BNB still it's under pressure for various reasons. A lot of news here and there. We know that, right? And the stable coin related news is affecting BNB for sure. So because of that, it's not making a big move like it would otherwise. Doge, there's nothing more. Elon tweeted, like, not explicitly, but that Doge picture, but it didn't make any difference. So looks like people now got used to with his tweet, not pumping any this Doge. We'll have to see. There has to be a big announcement, in my opinion, for Doge to pump. Otherwise, this is boring coin at this moment. DOT has touched the orange. Same behavior as BTC. I used to say that always the dot is very similar to BTC. EGLD bounced off the support. Awesome, looking good. ETH is no different. It is still a similar range. Filecoin, I don't have to explain. It hits R1. Awesome move. Right, 40 plus 45% of move. And it has a tendency to make this kind of a move. If you look at the candle, this was also a big one. This is also a giant. This was also a good one. This is also similar big one. So it has a tendency to make a big move. When it moves, it goes really um, up fast and make even if you look at this one, huge move back to back. So yeah, if it continues, then I'll give you R2. R2 is near 11.2. I think I can quickly add here. I'll post later on. I'll just um, 11.2. It has to break above R1, of course. So amazing. FTM. FTM again back to R2. If you look at, so nice bounce of the support and then broke above R1, right? And now back to R2. This is a cluster of resistance. Matic has hit R2. It's not a perfect hit, but it's okay. Like here, it went little higher. Here, it is little lower. Consider this R2 as like it has hit R2. Okay. So the pattern, all of course, the completes, it hits R2. I'll give R3 if it breaks above. Sand, not bad. It's here, stuck in the support zone. SOL, range bound. Still, you see, this is range. This is still, this is a box. See, it has to break above. FET was a star, but consolidating for last 2 weeks, right? So this is its consolidation zone. It's not going to go up every week. No way. That's where swing trader can switch, not every day, but at a swing level. That's a nice swing consolidating. So in this consolidation, you're not going to get anything but some upside move, like up and down move. That's what it happens. After consolidation, it makes move on the upside if the trend continues, and that's how it behaves. So FET was a star 2 weeks ago, back to back green candles, weekly green, but now it is moving sideways, so to speak. If you look at daily, you see this sideways move, right? So there is nothing much in terms of gain, but some upside move. I'm telling you, so you understand how coin behaves, right? I saw some comments that they switched to this coin to that coin. Nothing personal, but if you keep on doing it, the chances of losing, that's why I tagged everyone yesterday on chatter. I'm not trying to comment on an individual. I'm just in, it's very common behavior. You keep on changing here and there, dancing around. It doesn't help. You lose more. One of the user was saying, "Oh, I added 5 coins, and that day all of the coins went up. FET, Mina, RND, APT, but near." So his comment was, "Oh, everything went up, but not near." So what can I say? Nothing. It's not that everything goes up in the same direction, same time, right? Today near is up. So where is that person? I would like to hear.
I,
Nothing personal. This is education. Okay.
yeah,
What I'm
so,
saying, what I'm trying to say is every different coin move up at different timing, right? You cannot time it. What is essential is, are they doing good in terms of trend or not? Trend is, if it is trending, you don't have to worry. You cannot time every day. That's my point. And this is a live example that near is up by 8%, where APT is not. APT had amazing time. I'm not trying to skip the coin, but just for an example, that FET had wonderful time. APT had wonderful time. R&D, but they cannot move up every other week. Every week they cannot move up, right? So that's what I mean. FET is consolidating. MIN making move, not bad. RNDR is also progressing, not necessarily is going to stuck, but it slows down when it consolidates. APT is also consolidating like this, like SOL, very similar pattern. NEAR is up by 8%. It is possible that it continue moving up and it would stop somewhere here or go all the way R1. R1 is pretty high. I gave, probably I should have given around 3.3, but I would keep it for now. So no other coin right now comparatively has moved up as NEAR, but that's how it is, right? It doesn't mean because so other way around, because today NEAR is 8%, it doesn't mean you whatever you have you leave and jump into 8. Otherwise, what will happen tomorrow? Because it moved up by 8%, tomorrow it might not move, and then the coin that you have left might move up by 10%. Then what? Are you going to go back to that coin and leave the NEAR coin? No. If you keep on doing, then you end up losing more. You cannot change every other day. I mean, you can try, but then you will see what happens. Okay, sometimes experience matters. So unless you are making a big if you experiment point of view, you may do with tiny position which doesn't hurt you, but experience it and you will see what happens. That's why this weekly call I spend time and keep the coin which are trending, which are doing good, and we replace as we replaced last time. If you think that if coin is not making move or tired, or another reason it's not global in nature because we have users from different regions and not everybody has access to all the exchanges, so I have to shuffle. So that's why I chose relatively global coins were available on Coinbase and Binance and KuCoin and so on, not just on one particular exchange. So we did that. Right, so now so this is a decent list. There can be other coins which move on, but this is a decent list which are trending and making progress, right? So learn how to do swing trading. I would say I try to explain different ways. Yeah, there's more money in swing trading, in my opinion. And it's not just about money, it's also about peace of mind, right? You are busy with your day job. Even if you're a full-time trader, it doesn't make sense, in my opinion, even if you're a full-time trader. So this active list feature, this is actually the Trident is an add-on feature. I never had this feature and when we started Opportunity Channel, we had just this one. We had more coins, of course, but the format was this because I saw the Signal channel gives, but Signal channel is very difficult. The reliability point of view, accuracy point of view. And when I said the right way is to do swing trading because that's where the money is. You follow the trend, you get the resistance, you switch a coin only when you see that it's consolidating, you switch a coin which is now making. So you get a bunch of coins and you shuffle when coin changes, I mean slows down or near resistance, or then you can change. It makes sense. Then if you want to swap, you can swap it with something else, but not every other day. That was the whole idea. So that's how we started Opportunity Channel, keeping the swing trading in mind, because that's the best way. So one extreme is hodler mentality. Hodler are those who are sleeping, okay, and not criticizing. If they're holding for 5 years, nothing wrong. But swing traders will outperform hodlers big way. And so hodling is one extreme, and day trading is another extreme, and leverage trading is suicidal. Okay, that is another extreme, far more like beyond the visible light spectrum, kind of beyond red. So that's an extreme gamma ray range, that kind of extreme frequency. Anyways, so yeah, those people don't survive for long. They might be showing some profit, but long run exhausting. Going and they would be doing tiny position, not 100% of the portfolio. So don't get mesmerized if someone puts 60%, 70% profit. They are playing with tiny positions and they are not posting their losses. Okay, so don't get mesmerized and try to copy someone who is posting 50%, 60% gain, because they are posting only gains. And I can bet if I look at their account, I would be amazed if their winning ratio is more than losing. Okay, and if they're if they, it would be great if they're doing it right. But point is not to copy them unless you have that skill. Okay, there could be someone who has high winning rate, but point is not everybody has the same would have the same level, and not supposed to copy. Okay, so that's some guideline. So the hodler is one extreme, day trader is another extreme. The good one is um, the good approach is swing trading in my point of view, where so that's why I spend a lot of time here. I would end here. I hope you got everything that you were expecting, and I covered everything that I wanted to cover. You have a low level scenario, mid level scenario, whatever, or a long term scenario. You have key levels, and of course Q&A. You can ask me more after this recording is complete. I'll extend the call. I'm happy to answer any question you might have, right? And then that's it. We saw DXY, we saw yields as well briefly, right? I think that's it. So you should have everything that is needed, in my opinion. And it's about how next week opens. Monday is holiday, by the way, for the US, so stock market is going to be off. So holiday, President's Day. So basically, crypto is would not have any reference data for next 3 days, including today. Okay, that's it for recording. I think I'll stop here.